friends, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are continuing our Christmas Decorate With Me series. We are going to be decorating the hutch that's behind me here, and then also our little entryway table that I have over on the side. We got this console table this last summer and I absolutely love it. It's from World Market. I'll be sure to link it down below, but I absolutely love it. It's very long. The bottom has little places to put baskets and things like that. So I just love decorating it every year for the seasons. I already decorated our living room for the Christmas time. So if you are interested in that video, I'll be sure to have my Christmas 2024 playlist linked down below for you guys. And I thought it would also be fun to make some caramels with you guys today as well, some homemade caramels. These are so good to have them setting out on our console table for guests when they come over. So we'll be making that together today as well, but let's go ahead and get started with the decorating. Starting with my hutch, I wanted to show you guys all the plates that I have in here. These are some vintage Christmas plates that I found at my Goodwill a couple weeks ago, and I absolutely love them. I love how nostalgic they are. I love all the colors that are in these. I also found these really cute cups that kind of go along with it, so I thought that these would be really fun to display for the Christmas time. So let's go ahead and get started decorating the outside. So I have two of these wreaths here, and I tied some little bows and a gold bell to them just to give them a little more Christmas touch. And then on the top, I'm going to add a couple of vases. These are kind of more pottery inspired. I really love those just for year-round decorating. And I wanted to add a natural element, so I'm going to add this wicker basket. I also tied a bow onto that as well. And then I have three of these little white houses that I wanted to incorporate throughout on the top. And I really love these at nighttime when we can light these up. The kids love these. They think that they are just so fun. So I'm going to kind of stagger those throughout the top there. And this does take a little bit of finessing and trying to figure out where to place things so it looks right. But here is the final look. Moving over to our console table, I do have these Norfolk pine stems that I absolutely love, so I'm going to put those in this large vase here. I also tied a ribbon around that. And then I have these two design books that I'm going to stack on top of each other. And on top of the books, I wanted to add this little trumpet candle holder. I love these for this time of season. If you can find them at your thrift stores, be sure to pick them up because they really are so cool. And then I did print off a Christmas photo book this year. Oh, it's so cute. I wanted to display that on our entryway table as well. And then I do have this little gingerbread cookie candy dish that I'm going to add for our caramels. I got that from Hobby Lobby this year. And then on the bottom, I'm going to add two wicker baskets. And to each of those, I'm going to place a couple of cozy blankets. One I'm going to keep really neutral with just a cream colored blanket. And I wanted to add these gold bells to it. I love the star cutout on these. I also added a ribbon to those as well. And then to the other side, I'm going to pop a little bit of color and add in this green and red and white blanket. And this is the final look. Decorating everything, I figured that we can start working on making those caramels. I think I made a batch a couple weeks ago and they only lasted like a couple of days. It's just really nice to have a little dish of something for when your guests come over and it's just really cozy and comforting. I think it would also make a really good like Christmas gift or something like that if you wanted to give it to like a friend or a teacher or something like that. Super easy to make and really good. Go ahead and get started with making the caramels. Okay, so for the caramels recipe, you need a stick of butter, sweetened condensed milk, some corn syrup, some vanilla extract, white sugar and brown sugar, and then also some sea salt. So I'm going to have 2 helpers help me with making the caramels today. First thing that we want to do is we're going to melt our stick of butter. So go ahead and throw that in. So I'm going to probably put that in the microwave for about like 30 to 60 seconds until it's melted. Once that is nice and melted, we're going to add in half a cup of white sugar. So and a half a cup of brown sugar. Okay. And then we're also going to add in half a cup of sweetened condensed milk. Half a cup of corn syrup. We'll mix all of that up and then stick it in the microwave for 6.5 minutes or so. In the recipe, it does say to do the cold water test. Once you take it out after 6.5 minutes, you put it in a cup of ice water, and if it starts to like ball up, then it's good. But if it doesn't, then you continue to put it in there for like an additional 30 seconds and just retry it to see if it does the ball test. We're going to throw this in for 6.5 minutes and we'll take it out and see how it looks. Okay, so our 6.5 minutes is up. Grab your hot pads because this thing is going to be really hot and bubbly. So we're gonna set it on a hot pad there. And then we're going to try out our hardball test in the water. So we're just gonna take a little bit of this. See if it does the hardball test. And it looks like it does. So it's ready to go. You want to add in 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. That in. I should have also said too, before you throw in your caramels, if you want to add the salt into the mixture, you would do it before you put it in the microwave for 6.5 minutes. I prefer to put my salt on top of the caramels. I, of course, just omitted that part of it, but you can do whatever works best for you. Let it sit. It says to let it sit in like the fridge. I like to put it in the freezer for about a half an hour, just to kind of let it set up before we cut into it. And then I'm just going to take a scissors and just cut off the excess parchment paper on top. Now we're gonna set this in the freezer for 30 minutes and then we'll take it out, add our salt to the top, and then let it sit in the freezer again for another like 15 to 20 minutes. And then we'll take them out and cut them and wrap them. Okay, so I just took the caramels out of the freezer. I totally forgot to film me taking them out, putting the salt on top, and then putting them back in the freezer. So make sure to do that. Don't forget to do that. But now we're going to, these are pretty frozen. So we're going to take these out, and then we're going to cut them up and then put them in some parchment paper. While I was cutting these, the bottom of these still were a little unsettled, so they were a little bit harder to cut, but in general, not too bad. I just cut them into thirds, and then I took my wax paper and waxed them all up. This was honestly the most time-consuming part of making the caramels, was just getting them all in the wax paper. I love having these set out on our entryway table for when anybody comes over, even if it's just Nathan or the kids coming home, they can just have a little treat and a little snack. Hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope that you got lots of inspiration. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye, friends.
Whoa, oh, oh. La, da, 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 oh, oh. La, da, 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 oh, oh. La, da, da, da. Making our Christmas memories. I've been working so much.